a federal grand jury in Baltimore has awarded the father of a dead Marine, Albert Snyder, almost $11 million for enduring an inappropriate protest by a virulent anti-gay group. The Westboro Baptist Church believes God is punishing America because of homosexual issues, and the group has been interrupting the funerals of soldiers and Marines to make their insane point. Mr. Snyder sued and won yesterday big. He joins us now from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, along with his lawyer, Sean Summers. Mr. Snyder, your son Matthew, a Marine Lance Corporal, was killed in Iraq in 2006. What did this group do at his funeral?
Well, basically, Bill, what happened was the day of the funeral, the morning of the funeral, they showed up with their picket signs, and the day of the funeral, the morning of the funeral, I didn't really see who was holding the signs or what the signs said, because they redirected the funeral route, but I did see the signs being held up. We had Matt's funeral at St. John's. After the funeral, we went to the gravesite and had the memorial there. When we got home, we had a wake, and somebody had said to me, well, let's turn on the television and see the tribute to Matt, because it was very moving. There was over 1,500 people at his funeral, and the funeral procession went probably about 3 miles almost, and on every corner there were policemen saluting. People were pulled over in their cars saluting Matt, and it was very moving. And about an hour after that, at the wake, somebody said turn on the television, and when we did, we saw Fred Phelps and Shirley Roper flapping their mouths and holding their signs.
All right, so you saw what they did on television, and they were screaming this crazy nonsense. And when you heard the nonsense that they were screaming, and that they are actually blaming, they're saying God is killing American soldiers because of these homosexual issues. When you heard that, when you heard that, how did you feel?
Bill, to be honest with you, I just stood there in shock. I couldn't believe that somebody would do that to somebody else. I mean, I didn't know what to say. Finally, somebody yelled, turn off the television. But I just stood there in shock. I can't believe there's somebody that would actually do that to soldiers.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Now, Mr. Summers, you brought it in, and it's a federal suit. Jury came back, and the jury said what?
They said that the defendants were responsible for $2.9 million in compensatory damages, and also for $8 million in punitive damages.
For what?
For invasion of privacy and intentional infliction of emotional distress.
So it was that clear and that simple. It was they hurt Mr. Snyder and his family, intentionally hurt them, and they invaded their privacy at a very profound moment in their lives, and they had to pay $10 million. Church doesn't have $10 million, so what do you think is going to happen?
Well, they had to disclose their financial statements as part of the court proceeding for the punitive damages. We know they have, according to them, at least $1 million. So we will go after that $1 million, and if we put them into bankruptcy, then so be it. The point being that they won't have the resources to run around the country and victimize and terrorize any other families at their funerals.
Now, there's an appeal process, of course. You guys are going to fight it out to the end. Judgment may be brought down a little bit, but certainly you've inflicted a major amount of damage on these people, Mr. Snyder. And I think you fought the good fight, sir. If I were you, I would have done exactly the same thing. I'll give you the last word.
Somebody had to do it, Bill. Out there, every time I see them doing this to another soldier, I'm sure, like everybody else that they've done this to, we have to relive it. Somebody's got to stop it.
Yeah, and it's a shame there are this many crazy people in the world. We've got the people now attacking the churches, the far left loons, and we got these people interrupting the military funerals. It's just awful. Gentlemen, thanks very much for appearing today. We appreciate it, and our best to your family, Mr. Snyder. Your son is a hero. Plenty more heads, in fact, moves along this evening. The Hillary Clinton campaign trying to recover from the illegal